Hello, this is Ulage Brunet from Vinspacina, and today I am going to explain you the project of Garrí, composed by the Garrí Novell and the Garrí Sirà. Right? Today I'm going to explain you initially what is a Novell, then I am going to explain you what the Garrí Novell is, and finally the spin-off that we created to explain what a Novell is and what a young wine is, what is the difference, the Garrí Sirà. Right. Basically, Nouvelle, it's similar than Nouveau in France. In all the wine regions, we have this kind of wine. Is a wine that is bottled just after the fermentation. It doesn't rest after the fermentation. It's bottled straight away. And that is the main difference between all the other wines. Even the young wines are resting for a while in the deposits, in the tanks. So what do we get from that? We get more freshness, more aromas that reminds us into flowers, into fruits, more delicate and subtle, fresh fruit aromas. Whereas we don't get the structure that will allow the wine to uh, be consistent all year round, which is what we would get if it would rest for a while in the tanks, as it does a young wine, right? So this is only a seasonal product. We only get it for a few weeks. We launch it on November, and we advise that it has to be consumed until from November, the 11th of November, and by Christmas. Christmas should be the last time that you take it, although it is still okay now. Now we're late March, and we smell it and we tasted it, and it's perfectly fine. But the nice subtle aromas faded away. Um, the wine doesn't turn bad, but we explain the difference between a nouvelle wine and a young wine, uh, comparing with the difference of the cheese of a fresh cheese and a mature cheese. Even if it's a young mature cheese, it can last much longer than a fresh cheese, right? So it's the same idea. If what would happen if we would lose the fresh cheese in our gastronomy, right? Then this is what is happening to the Vin Nouvelle, right? We are missing a step in many of the areas where this kind of wine was produced. Uh, when initially that was a very appreciated wine because well, people didn't know how to age wines, and those which were very fresh were very nice and popular. Right. Well, basically, this is it. Just to explain you that we produce the Garrí Nouvelle made out of syrah. It allows us to harvest it a little bit earlier, and it gives us time to have the wine ready on St. Martin's Day. St. Martin is related in Catalonia with the pork killing fest, and this is why we call it Garrí. And uh, well, basically, this is it. This is also, again, a wine made out of Syrah. So this is why we call it Garrí, and it belongs at the same project. But this one rests, and it is produced in a different way. So the result is quite a different uh, wine, a bit more serious, also aromatic, but a bit more serious than the joyful Nouvelle wine, Garrí Nouvelle. Right. I wish you like it. I wish you can taste it next year or next vintage, Garrí Nouvelle 2020, which will be launched by November the 11th. And just let me know if you also have any questions or if you liked the video by email or by WhatsApp. Well, have fun and salute.